What I forgot to mention is the importance of having fun even though you're working, even though you're doing your everyday stuff that you hate. You need to find fun in that moment. You need to enjoy life. The weather is shifting very fast here in Sweden, Öland right now. The summer is so unpredictable. But once again, I'm not the weatherman. I'm here to talk to you about having fun, at least for this week. Every time I do something fun, every time you do something fun, you get reminded of how good life could be and the feeling of just being filled up with joy and just being present in the moment. That feeling, you know the feel. I always get so excited when I get a taste of that. Then it drops off. I forget about it and I start to get back to the work life and staying productive again, and I forget to take time for doing the fun things. So what we actually have to do to not just have a taste of this for 1 week, but actually create a long-lasting habit. Because that is what we have to do. We have to create a habit of rewarding ourselves. So this thing we're doing, three social fun things this week, that's to remind us of how life should be. Having fun with friends, having a great laugh, just enjoy life. But if we don't create a long-lasting habit, I will forget about it again, and then we won't have that work-life balance that we need, because we do need it. At least if you want to have a good life. I mean, I'm not going to stop you if you want to work yourself to death. Sure, if you want to live that life, go ahead. But even though I am determined to work really, really hard in my life, because that's what it takes to take you to that place you want to be. If that place is far up in the sky, I'm straying off here, but we need to create a long-lasting habit. And how does that habit look like? Well, it could be quite easy. I mean, hopefully you know you have to do hard tasks. You have tough work ahead of you, and you know that, you're aware of that. But what you need to do is to create the habit of putting up a reward for doing that. Not only will that be fun when you actually get to enjoy it, but having that clear reward for a specified outcome, when you reach that outcome and you know you get a reward, that will also work as a motivational factor for you. It will drive you, will give you that fuel you need when you're running low, when you're in that tough spot. When you need that energy, you can think of that great moment you know lies ahead, because that is what you will reward yourself with. The reward of having fun with your friends, or having fun on your own, but I'm really advocating having fun in a social context, because honestly, at least from my experience, the most joyful moments in my life, they have all come from in a social context, with a friend, with friends, with family, to share that moment with someone else. It is so strong. It is in those moments you really create those long-lasting memories. Those memories that not only gave you energy and an was just a great moment in that moment, but it also gives you so much energy when you think back of that memory. It's like continues to give for so long, because you can think back on it. And you can, when you sit down with your friends, you remember when we went to Greece and just went crazy that night. Oh my god. That was so fun. You see, it is so much to gain, but it is a work-life balance, and that's why we need to have a habit of, when we're sitting down planning our days, our weeks, or however you are doing it. I do it on a daily, weekly, and monthly schedule. When you do that, put out the reward. Wednesday, when I'm done with this video, I'm gonna go out with my friend and we're gonna just watch a movie, have fun, talk some rubbish, and just be present and enjoy life. That is what you have to do, and that is what I will do. Now I'm gonna go back to waxing. You wanna go home? When I say having more fun, although I emphasize going out and meeting people in this challenge in particular, but when we talk about having fun on a general level, you need to bring fun into every situation you are in. During the day, have the intention to just be a joyful and a person that brings fun and a sense of lightness into the mood and the situation that you are in. I mean, you don't have to be a clown to do that. You can just have that optimistic point of life, to just breathe that positive aura. That sense will bring fun into every situation. If the majority of the time you spend awake is not fun and joyful, then there's something fundamentally wrong with your life. At least that's my take on it. That's what I try to bring every day. To have an aura of fun and optimism. Every day I wake up, I go through my morning routine, and I remind myself to bring that to the table. Because that is who I want to be. That is the kind of context I want to live in. I don't want it to be depressed and... yeah, you know what I say. But just have the intention of wake up every day, remind yourself of that, and live that kind of life every day. And of course, there are days that are just dreadful and you can't really help yourself, but have the intention and work towards that. Condition yourself every day. At least that is what I'm doing. And it's not what I've always been doing, but that is what I've found to be. It just gives me so much in life. One of the guys commenting on my videos actually brought up, it made me think about an interesting point. You don't actually need to meet with your friends to enjoy them, to enjoy their company. I mean, since I've been studying abroad and been abroad quite some, I have friends spread out over the world. It's hard to get around to actually meet them. So you do what you can do, and you have a meeting online, you do Skyping, you have some video sessions, and that is the closest thing you can come to a real meeting, and it is real. You can create some good connection there. So I thought, great opportunity to do that this week. Guys usually need to have a context to hang out, It's hard for guys, at least in my social group, to just hang out without actually camouflaging it in something like, oh, let's play games, let's do that, let's do that. So if you're that kind of person that needs to camouflage it, you can have dinner with someone over Skype. You could watch a movie together, just play it on the same starting point, or play an online game, chess, or whatever. I mean, it's the part of actually hanging out together, listening to what you're saying, and just enjoy each other's company for real. That's what we're aiming for, and that is so attainable, even though if it's someone living across the world. So that is what I'm gonna do tonight in a couple of hours, and I'm really excited about it. So now when I'm going into the Skype session, I ask myself, what do I want to bring to this meeting, to this conversation? And I want to bring a joyful, happy, optimistic person. That is who I am, that is who I want to be, and that is what I'm going to bring. And I'm going to listen, I'm going to be present. I'm not going to bring my old stuff into this, because right now I'm just in a light mood. I don't have any heavy things burden me. Of course, that is something you should share with your real friends, but right now, for this situation, I just want to have fun, have a great conversation, some laughter. So by asking myself, what are you bringing to this? What is the purpose of this meeting? And you can adjust, you can get in that mindset and be that person. Just picking up a sofa for my grandma. So it's Thursday, in the middle of helping my grandmother with setting up her new couch she has bought. So I just picked it up, sitting here thinking how I can make this moment with me and my grandmother like a fun, enjoyable interaction. Because often when we meet our old folks or family, or just go into our old roles, the roles we're used to. And now I have a quite good relationship with my grandmother, but today I'm feeling a bit tired, and I know so far I haven't put up my best effort. So now when I'm going back, I'm determined to bring a joyful, happy person. I'm determined to have a fun interaction with her. I want it to be a memorable one. I'm not gonna stray off into my own thoughts. I'm gonna be in that moment, in that conversation, just listen to her and try to. I know she's a little bit down today, so maybe it's not. You can't just tape a new aura over the situation. If she's a bit depressed, I have to get in her mood before I can actually turn that conversation around. I need to get a rapport with her, need to level up with her, and it's gonna be a mismatch. She needs to be on board. It's a process, and it's easier when you know the person, you know how to actually, what strings to pull, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna really put in an effort to bring my best self to that coming interaction with her.